Ay.
Listeners got to hear you pee.
Huh?
The listeners got to hear you pee.
Oh, that's nice.
You like hot tamales, Abel?
Not really.
Ah! Well, I guess that beats the alternative.
Cold tamales?
No. Edibles.
Oh. I don't know. I see a bunch of M&Ms right there.
Oh, those are not for you.
Oh, those are not my yas?
No, there's no one's yas.
No one's yas?
No.
I got your yeah right here.
Forget about it.
Hey. Tony Montana. Houston Wrestling Radio. That's what we are, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We've been live.
Ugh.
So our 3 listeners heard you flush the toilet.
Nice.
Yeah.
What is that, Scott?
It's Moose hitting a car.
Moose the wrestler?
Mm-hmm.
Not Moose the animal.
No, Moose.
Moose the wrestler.
He took 3 shots to break the window on a car.
Nice. Wait, listen what I could do.
It's going to be for the Digital Media Championship. It's going to be a non-contact match.
A what?
Dot what?
A
Oh,
what?
that's right. So she knows of the security control head figure at Impact.
.com? A dark com? I don't know.
He said dot combat.
.com?
Ay.
That's what I thought.
All right.
Wait, Barry Horowitz is fighting?
What?
Barry Horowitz fought Johnny Swinger on
yeah.
Impact.
Talk about old timer.
He looks pretty good.
And Johnny Swinger. Is the video working? Since you're sharing our linky link.
The video's working. Let's see if there's any.
Video's working.
Yep.
Yeah.
There you go.
There we go.
Yep. All right. So video's working. Audio's working. Shared the link on the HWR page. Oh, look at you. Look at you.
0 calories.
0 calories.
You taste like crap.
It's going to
Zero
make you
sugar.
crap lightning and spit thunder.
Piss excellence. Come on, Huston. You ready?
It's your fault.
My fault.
It's your fault.
You're staring at that.
I'm
Did you make these posters?
I'm staring at his head. Huh?
Did you switch these posters?
I switched them, yeah.
I could have sworn that one was on that side last time.
Mm-hmm.
You need some new posters, man. Where's that Rumble poster at?
Oh, it's over there. It's not even 18 by 24. I could have put it out here on this table as like a damn coaster. Next time.
Next time I'll put it on there.
Save me! Save me from the wee turtles! You fucking rude. Oh God! $5, I'm gonna scream that out while I'm having sex tonight. Save me from the wee turtles.
Hopefully, we're already gone.
Hopefully.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
turtles.
hey.
This is HWR After Dark.
Hey.
What was that brown chicken, brown cow you were doing
Brown
earlier?
chicken, brown cow.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that right about now.
Funk soul brother. Share. All right. 413. Whew.
We've been doing this too damn long.
Too damn long.
Over 10 years,
Yeah.
technically.
That's
I came in late. You had your sabbaticals.
yeah.
Paul been there.
We've all been there. Pick this guy up off the street.
Yeah, I believe you. What the hell? Why? Okay. What?
Huh?
So it's not giving me the actual view to be in the chat. Oh, there it goes. There's a whole new button for it. There we go. Okay.
There's a whole new button for it.
Yeah.
A whole new button.
All right.
A
There we
whole
go.
new button to button.
Live from the landing strip in Houston, Texas, is the 413th edition of Houston Wrestling Radio. This is Scott.
This is Abel.
This is Chris.
Yeah!
Dude, trying
Did
to-
you just assume our identities?
I finally fucked it up on y'all. Ha!
It only took 10 years.
It only took 10 years, 11 years if you're counting. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us today. If you're joining us live, like Arnold already is in the live chat,
Oh, damn.
Thank you.
Already jumped in
he is
there.
already in there. He said he saw my nalgas when I was coming back from the bathroom. But yes, if you're watching us live, log into your YouTube account. That way you could get into the live chat and, chat along and ask questions and fact check and talk shit and whatever. I'll try to read it and I'll try to involve you as best as I can in the show. If you're not watching us live, that's okay. You can still interact with us on Facebook, facebook.com/Houston Wrestling Radio, or just drop a comment down below.
Are you still active on Twitter?
I'm not active on Twitter, but I have a Twitter.
HWR's Twitter?
Yeah.
What about the
H Wrestling Radio?
What about the YouPorn account?
That one is locked.
You converted that into OnlyFans?
Yes. Trying to get that Mandy Rose money.
Oh, man. She getting paid. Let's start out by having some fun.
Yeah.
What was the best part of Dynamite last night, Scott?
Well, it was about 9:59, and it switched over to whatever came on after. Oh, the slap thing. That's when it was.
The slap thing.
The slap show. That show sucked last night.
Yeah.
The slap show?
No, I don't watch that show. I'm not getting my money. Just Dynamite in general. I didn't care about it.
No.
As soon as the show ended, he woke up from his nap, and I was like, that show was god awful.
Yeah. I woke up to some buzzing from my phone. I had a couple of texts, and I look up at the screen, and Christian beat up Jungle Boy, and then I woke up again, and fucking
Ruby won.
death match.
He didn't say
A
he didn't say match.
No,
He
Texas
said
death.
He just said Texas death.
Texas death for a pay-per-view that's happening in California. And then I saw Ruby looking like she didn't know what to do. And then they ended the show with that.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I hate it.
And then Scott texted,
I
he's
hate
like,
the fact he just
bruh.
said Texas death.
Yeah.
Like Moxley, just one more word. Just one more.
Yeah. Well, it's
Yeah.
not a match. I mean, they don't have matches. He's just gonna bleed and yell, and somehow they're gonna raise his hand, and that's pretty much
I
it.
saw someone online say that he should just start blading
All the
as
time.
as a gimmick, and like get the tables.
Mhm.
Well,
It's
shit, they
just
showed like
get
4
the
people
blades.
blade in the last 2 weeks on television.
They
They
show-
zoomed
they
in.
show
And
every
Takesta's
week.
like, asshole.
They show every week. Every week there's somebody blading. You see
And they
it
show it, yeah.
every week.
Mm-mm-mm.
You saw half.
I saw half. I fell asleep halfway through.
I don't blame you.
You're
I
lucky.
fell asleep most of the way through it.
Yeah.
Lucky.
Yeah.
The animals kicked in.
Honestly, I don't
Lucky.
even remember the half that I did see. I feel I was just so tired, man. And I started it late. So
Arnold in the chat said the best part of the show wasn't shown on TV. Is that the MJF walking out to the ring and talking shit to everybody in Laredo?
oh really?
Yeah. That aired if you were watching it on Fight. Which
Oh.
sometimes I do. I was just too lazy to plug in the computer.
There's no commercials, right?
Yeah, there's no commercials. They go straight through. Yeah.
So you see what the
So during
what-
picture in picture,
yeah.
they keep commenting and they loosen up a little bit and crack jokes. And They cracked a lot of jokes during fucking
That sounds
MJF's
more
entrance.
entertaining.
Arnold blamed the Laredo crowd
Mhm.
because they weren't really feeling it, but I don't fucking blame him. He sent me the results of what happened on the show, and it feels like that episode of Raw 2 weeks before the pay-per-view where it's like, we got to put something on a telly. Next week's gonna be good
Mm.
because it's the go home.
But is next week gonna be good?
What's happening next week?
Battle Royale.
Moxley
The
and
tag team.
Moxley and Evil Uno,
Yep.
and then what?
The Battle Royale tag match tournament for.
Oh, because it's a fatal 4-way now. With
it's,
the guns.
I think it's only 3. They're doing a three team.
Is that how bad their math is? A 4-way for the pay-per-view, and there was only 3 teams in it?
Is it a 4-way? I thought it was
4-way at the pay-per-view.
I thought they said it was going to be a 4-way.
No.
That it was it was 3 teams, but then the Acclaim said, "Yo,
Or
we
one
want
of
our
them-
rematch."
Oh, okay, that
Yeah.
makes more sense.
Yeah, so they're
But why wouldn't they want a one-on-one rematch?
Why wouldn't they have a one-on-one
Mhm.
rematch? Why do they have to add in another 2 teams?
I don't know.
Who are we gonna get? Who's relevant in the tag team division? FTR?
Okay, so
Are they coming back?
let's expound on that. How bad or how good is the tag team division right now in AEW? Name off teams.
It's been better. The Guns.
They have a lot of teams.
the
They're
Guns.
not doing anything with it.
Spit them out. Right
The
on.
Guns. The Acclaim.
Guns, Acclaim, Lucha Bros.
Butcher.
They're
Butcher and
trios,
Blade.
so they don't count.
But they're.
Well, no, they still wrestle by themselves.
I didn't see.
When's the last time the Lucha Bros wrestled as a tag team without Pac,
I
without
don't
Death
know.
Triangle? Okay, so they're
Yeah.
trios.
Bucks.
They're with Omega. They're trios titles champions. So
They
technically,
still wrestle
Butcher-
by themselves.
Butcher and
Yeah.
Blade.
Yeah.
okay, Butcher and Blade.
Yeah,
That's
Butcher and
3.
Blade.
The fucking the '90s team. The
Oh, the new team that just came
Midnight,
up,
the
Oh,
Midnight,
yeah.
Midnight Express.
Yeah.
the Midnight Uber or the Midnight Lift.
Yeah.
I guess we can count them, but they're not that relevant.
Mhm.
2.0, they're not that relevant.
2.0.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Jericho.
Mac Daddy,
Oh,
Daddy Man,
yeah.
Magic Man.
When was the last time they had it?
Mm. House of Black.
No, it's a trio.
Trios.
Yeah, but
technically.
he's
Apparently, there was a promo during Dynamite last night when they were doing the backstage. AR Fox and the kids against.
Oh, that's
Elite,
another one. Yeah.
where they glitched in the House of Black image, so they're leaning towards House of Black versus.
So they're doing a Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, so it's again trios team.
Mm.
So
AR Fox
we got
and
we got 3 teams so far. Okay, Top
AR
Flight.
Fox
I'll give
and
you
those
Top
guys,
Flight.
Top Flight.
Yeah, okay, we'll give you Top Flight. Who else?
I don't know.
Yeah.
FTR.
They're not
They're still under the company.
Okay, when's the last time they wrestled on AEW television?
Well,
It's been a while.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so,
I can't-
so they don't count. Yeah.
You asked me
here,
for what
I'm-
the teams were in NXT or in AEW,
NXT's already gone.
and we said that's what we listed.
Mhm.
Remember how that episode of Simpsons where Homer died and he meets God and God's like, you can't wait 6 weeks when he asks him, when am I going to die? You can't wait 6 weeks. That feels like AEW right now,
We're
where
about to die in 6 weeks.
everything after All Out, everything's completely changed now. You know,
Well, they did do a reboot.
Rebirth.
A reboot.
Yo, listen, Rebirth.
Roberto.
What
Regoito.
what AEW could have been right now if the Wednesday after All Out was the beginning of CM Punk versus fucking MJF on MJF's road to winning the title and everything else following behind it.
Yeah.
And instead, right now, it feels like it's a V8 that's running 2 cylinders short almost. Like it's lacking something. And it's not just the tag division, but since you mentioned it already, we're trying to struggle with actual teams that are relevant on the television program that make you think they're worth fighting the Acclaimed or the Guns for the tag titles.
I watched this.
That's not a lot.
I watched this video earlier, and it was an interview with CM Punk, and he pretty much was saying like he gave his side of the story
Mhm.
and how he was pretty much like, look, like I can talk now, like I'm getting my royalties from, and then I've been talking to Triple H and FTR, and me and FTR are going to be going, and it sounded just like Punk. It was an AI generated interview with Punk's voice. It was insane. I knew it, like obviously it was, you could tell it's fake because nobody else is talking about it. But at first I was like, God damn, I was like, that does sound like Punk. And he was like, yeah, man, they couldn't handle it. Delete or little bitches, and I'm going to WWE. And I was like, God damn. And he's like, and just to prove it, this has been an AI generated thing. And I was like, holy shit. I was like, that's kind of scary. But I just talking about CM Punk and what could have been.
Yeah.
Anything else from Dynamite?
There was that soft part in when they did that, when they reboot the show, and they had a new stage, and like we were talking about it, where it's like it started. Their editing was better. They were
New
going
graphics?
the new graphics.
So January.
They were going to commercials where at the right time during the matches, they had all this stuff, and some of the storylines were getting better. And then I don't know what happened, but then like it just after like what, maybe 4 weeks of TV, it just went straight back to the way it used to be, where it's just like maybe the Elite's getting more of a hand on it. and it's just
See, yeah, that's the thing. I don't know who actually runs the production side of things and why it's just not that good. I mean, their graphics are good enough, right?
Mhm.
But yeah, the camera angles and the when they cut to certain, when they're cutting the fucking people blading and stuff, it's like they're just not that good, you know.
yeah, and it's weird because most of their production people are all XWE guys.
Mhm.
A lot
I mean,
of,
are they?
A lot of them are, yeah.
Okay.
They have a lot of XWE guys, and when was the last time you saw? It does happen. I feel like it happens on WWE TV sometimes when you catch. Maybe not obviously not on TV because they don't fucking play, but on the pay-per-view sometimes you'll see, or the special events you'll see a Rollins or something maybe cut himself, but like every single week somebody's blading on
Yeah.
AEW.
And you saw his Moxley shirt, Blood is Beautiful shirt. I'm like, come on, man. Like, now you're really giving away the business, you know? It's like, I get it, you're blading, and you're blading a lot, but at least make me think that you're not doing it on purpose. Now with that shirt, it's like, Blood is Beautiful, because I'm going to bleed in every match. All right, Abdullah the Butcher, come down, you know? Like,
yeah.
Maybe he's
shit.
talking about Renee, those 3 days a month where you have no choce but to
Yeah, well,
you know,
I mean,
put your breadstick in the marinara sauce.
Yeah, they got
That's
pills
what you
for
call
that. Arnold says that I hate to sound cliche, but right now it seems like nobody else besides MJF is reaching for the brass ring. He's the only guy that seems like a star. Everyone else either has potential or was already a star in WWE or has already had a run in WWE
MJF,
in AEW.
It's the same shit. It's the same shit with him every time he comes out. He yells into a mic about how shitty the town is. He yells about his opponent. He challenged, and then he puts a gauntlet because now he's gonna. Daniels is fighting somebody next week. Not just because obviously he's already got the title match, but he's fighting somebody next week that's an older wrestler or some shit. I'm like,
it's Christopher Daniels.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's Christopher Daniels. Here's the problem,
which I'm not mad about. I watched that, but
yeah.
To Arnold's point, you're not really. You don't. This is. I don't want this to sound like shit. Danielson is not a good compliment for MJF right now.
Mm-mm.
MJF is for the next 2 months. Well, for the 2 or 3 months up to the point that he won the belt, he ain't wrestling. He's talking shit.
Yeah.
So he needs somebody on the stick that can actually box with him verbally.
Yeah.
The only person that came close to that was Punk. And the only person I can think of right now, even if it's a short term, just to get his first defense out of the way and have him elevate in some kind of value, would be Eddie Kingston. On the microphone, Eddie Kingston can sell you a fucking.
I think Joe would have been cool too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like Joe on the mic.
Joe on the mic is believable, but he's a heel right now.
No, I know that's.
But assuming if Joe wasn't where he was doing right now, Joe would be that next guy. But right now, Eddie, and again, everybody was behind Eddie,
hurt.
And then what happened?
He's hurt,
and now he's hurt again. So
yeah. I was on.
Oh, I disagree with that. Arnold says Adam Cole will be a good feud with on the mic. I'm like, Adam Cole. I mean, he's all right.
If it was the NXT Adam Cole, where
let's see if Arnold can answer this. Name me a memorable Adam Cole promo. Let's see if it's memorable that he's worth standing somewhat toe to toe.
Adam Cole's better in the ring than he is.
Only one I would say was the one when he came back because it happened a month ago and it sticks in my head, but I can't think of anything. Even Wardlow. Is it safe to say that? Did you see that promo last night?
No.
The sit down with JR.
Was that any good?
It was all right.
He talks about his dad and why. The reason he grew his hair out is because his dad had hair, like had his hair, and then he died of cancer, right? Some kind of cancer,
something like that.
He got to see
he had his hair.
He got to see his dad first match, and then he died of cancer.
Oh.
And so he was like, I'm going to grow my hair out. And then Joe cut it. And but I was just like,
oh, damn.
It was okay, but he's another one that
Is it too late? Like Wardlow's iron's not as hot as it could have been if you would have kept striking it. That promo might have meant more.
Yeah. But that's pretty much just AEW in general. Look at Ricky Starks. He got beat.
Ricky
We're not.
Starks,
Obviously, we're gonna get Jericho and Ricky at the pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
But doing that gauntlet, what do they call it? The Garcia.
Guevara Invitational
that's
Gauntlet or whatever.
Yeah.
And then Jericho missing the elbow, which is just, and they get it perfectly in shot. You know, he's one of the guys that like you could start, not necessarily build a company around, but like push, and they were pushing him, and then Jericho got his hand on there, and what do you say?
Or McAfee, which MJF and McAfee would be great, but they're in different companies.
Yeah.
Okay, Ring of Honor's got a television showing up March the 2nd on the Honor Club website. Who would you have on Ring of Honor specifically and not AEW? If you're specifically trying to separate the two.
Are they going to do that? Are they going to split?
Let's assume they are.
Assuming that they are, who's going to be?
Who would you want to be?
ROH?
Who would you want to be exclusively on Ring of Honor to avoid the AEW stink?
Briscoe, but he just signed with All Elite.
Mark Briscoe.
He's officially signed for All Elite.
Well, when you're officially signed for All Elite, you could be both ROH and.
Well, yeah, but you could say that with anybody.
That's what I'm saying.
You know.
Yeah. So you what I'm saying is you could say Briscoe to be on ROH.
I would put Yuta and Cesaro. I pretty much would get rid of Blackpool Combat Club because it doesn't fit.
Yeah,
that
without
group doesn't fit
without Regal.
Even before Regal, because
really
they're Daniel Bryan is a completely different wrestler from all of them. Moxley is a fucking bleeder and can't wrestle. To me,
he's a Nick Gage with a cleaner record.
Yeah, and sober.
Yeah. Now
Cesaro is fantastic, but what has he done? Like he could have been the next guy. You could have had him and somebody. If obviously Cesaro's not very good on the mic, to a degree. But
here's an example. It didn't make sense when it happened, but MJF teamed with the Firm to win the title shot, right? Mm-hmm. MJF with the Firm against Blackpool Combat Club with all of them would have been a lot more interesting than Bryan Danielson solo, even though he's a part of a group against MJF, who's solo, but needed a group to get to where he is now.
Where is the Firm? I haven't seen him on
separating, or there's friction between the Firm now.
Yeah,
and there's only 300,000 people watching Friday, so
yeah.
Clearly, they're not doing anything on there that's setting the world on fire.
Yeah. I would kill Rampage, and that would be the Ring of Honor television show, and just keep that on. It shows the value of what Ring of Honor is, because apparently the idea was Tony Khan wanted an hourly show on HBO Max, and that didn't happen. It's on Ring of Honor's own little indie little website where it's always been. So 6 months, 9 months of publicity of Ring of Honor on your AEW television on Wednesday and Friday. What is that worth? Like, what did that convert into? Because you didn't elevate anything. It's $10 a month. You didn't elevate the Ring of Honor brand. Yeah. Everything is the way it was when you bought it. Nothing different, nothing elevated, nothing of value.
Yeah, it's not the same as it was when ROH was really in its glory either. If anything, it's declined. And
you gave me a weird reaction. I said this before. There's a reason Ring of Honor was as high as it was before Tony Khan even bought it.
Yeah,
it was you had the option to watch television a week late, but you could still go on the website and people still don't know what it was. So if you don't have the effort to even go online to be up to date on what's going on,
it's hard enough to get people to watch Dynamite and Rampage and Raw and NXT and SmackDown. We've talked about this, and y'all talked about this on the show for years. And then Impact, and it's like you're just adding another one, and now it's behind a paywall.
Yeah.
Like you can watch stuff you can probably watch it on YouTube later, but it's just like I'm not paying $9.99 for
a mediocre wrestling.
Yeah,
when the diet's already filled, and especially right now with WrestleMania season, that certain storylines on certain shows are making you want to watch.
Yeah. Who would you have on Ring of Honor?
Oh man, you can build the entire brand around Mark Briscoe, but if a tree falls in the forest and no one hears it,
yeah.
You could put Mark Briscoe in the World Television in the TNT title, but
I don't even know who the champion is. Who's the
ROH World Champion?
Yeah,
Claudio.
I thought okay, and then Joe's the TV
Joe's the TV.
or Wardlow. Wardlow? No,
Joe's the TV.
Joe's TV.
Yeah.
Mark is the tag. Well,
Yeah.
See, but there's
has the
certain
tag belts.
that what I've been saying about Sami Zayn the last couple of months kind of applies with Mark. There's certain moments where if you're gonna go all in, the reward has to be all in. So, like I've been harping for weeks that you've been going through all this, and Sami Zayn's been getting the loudest pops ever. It's not to just be tag champion with Kevin Owens. He has to be main event at WrestleMania. Mark Briscoe, you want fans that know of the plight of the Briscoes just to get on fucking TV with HBO Max.
For literally one of them had to die.
And that's fucked up to say, but
True,
but it's true. You're not going to go through all that effort and emotion and sympathy just for him to have the television title on a program that's not even on television.
Yeah.
You have to give Mark to fucking Castagnoli and main event Ring of Honor's next pay-per-view and sell 20, 30,000 buys and watch Mark actually have a belt that he never had. Jay was the one that had the world title. Jay was the one that's getting all the recognition. Mark is just a dude that's missing 2 front teeth that does
redneck kung fu.
Redneck kung fu and is kind of
the Sussex County chicken.
Yeah. So if you're gonna go all in on try to capitalize, unfortunately saying it the way I'm saying it, if you're capitalizing on the Mark's current situation, you don't do it half-assed. You do it for the Ring of Honor Championship.
I mean, look at half of Ray's career has been because of Eddie dying.
Yeah.
They pushed him. He was never going to become champion, you know?
Yeah, winning at WrestleMania.
That would never happen. Winning a Royal Rumble, like, that's never happened. So, I don't know if I'd push Mark that much, but not in AEW, but with Ring of Honor.
He could in Ring of
Honor.
And
plus he's an original. Like, he's been there. Well, he's only been in Ring of Honor, right? He was an Impact. They wrestled in Impact for a little bit.
For a couple of months.
But still, like, the Briscoes are Ring of Honor.
Here's the $64,000 question. Mark wins the Ring of Honor world title. Are you paying $10 a month to watch Ring of Honor on Honor Club? Are you, even if you pay it, are you going to make the effort to watch it? I've been paying for New Japan Pro Wrestling for 5 years now. I've only been on the site 3 times every 6 months. They're sucking it out of me, but I'm still. How
much is that a month?
$8.
Not too bad, but
depending on the fluctuation of the yen compared to the U.S. dollar.
Just switch that. Cancel that and get.
Would you cancel New Japan World to watch Ring of Honor?
What would make you watch Ring of Honor?
Huge.
Yeah, you're asking all these goddamn questions.
Okay. If Ring of Honor was on HBO Max, then that would be enough for me to cancel.
I already have HBO Max, so hell yeah.
Yeah.
But if you can't get there, then what's your product? What's your ancillary product worth?
Hector, what's up?
Hello, Hector.
Hector in the live chat says he would have Dalton Castle, Mark Briscoe, Bandito, the book plaque.
We're having a rough day today.
Yeah, Blackpool Combat Club, The Firm, Sting, and Kyle O'Reilly.
Did you say
Sting in Ring of Honor?
That's what he said. He said.
As an authority figure? Maybe.
As like the commissioner?
No.
Sting could be ROH's answer to PCO.
Jesus.
The old crazy guy is over.
I saw the shit that they did to PCO. I'm surprised he's lived over like 5 times as dead.
I just watched the
Hector says, well, I just paid money for Pro Wrestling Noah. Like, of course you did, Hector. Of course you did.
Yeah, but
see, he's got that child rebate thing now every year since his kid pop. Now he's got funds he didn't have before.
A
little tax break.
A little tax break.
A little tax break in my balls. Oh God.
Ring of Honor doesn't excite me.
Ring of Honor and anything stagnant doesn't excite me. Tony Khan's put in all that money. If HBO doesn't want to play ball, he should have just wrecked the Honor Club and started his own AEW streaming service to have AEW and Ring of Honor. Then I'll pay money.
There's probably something
in Discovery Clause.
Yeah.
Well, work it out.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't show that there's any momentum.
Put that shit on YouTube.
Or put Ring of Honor on YouTube.
Dark. That's what you do.
Well, they have 2 darks. Well, no, they have the light in the dark.
They have dark and dark elevation.
Get
Yeah.
rid of both of those because nobody's watching them. They have like 10,000 matches and just do an hour long because there's no because it's in a studio too.
They
so
put
it's
the
studio.
Jay Briscoe episode for free on YouTube.
See,
So-
and it's in a studio. It's a studio audience, so you're getting and it's Orlando, right? So they're getting just it's early days of Impact.
And that's
Yeah.
the other thing
You're
that they
getting
didn't.
free people to come in every week and record fucking 3 weeks or a month of TV. Put that shit on YouTube.
TV.
You're not, yeah. Put it on YouTube and just get it over with. And be. I would more inclined. I'm not gonna watch it but I would be more inclined to watch it for free on YouTube than I would pay.
And that's the
$10
other thing. Are
And
you
then-
going to have Ring of Honor in front of Ring of Honor audience? Are you going to do separate shows for that, or are you going to put them in Universal and have random people come show up?
I remember.
Or are you
yeah.
going to tape an hour's worth of Ring of Honor television before Dynamite goes live on the air and tire out your audience?
No, they're in Orlando. It's gonna be in Orlando.
It's going to be in Orlando.
They have tapings in Orlando. They're doing.
They do dark and elevation tapings in Orlando right now for AEW.
Yeah, so it's gonna be that same time where it's gonna be like they're gonna get Ring of Honor. You're gonna watch 30 matches of Dark, and it's gonna be all mashed together. So it's gonna be those kind of guys. It's gonna be in that studio audience. It's like, and all the people that were in people that watch Ring of Honor. It's been so long. Other than watching the pay-per-views, the main, it's not relevant anymore.
Are you prepared to watch Ring of Honor if it's a developmental and half of the people are wet behind the ears and don't know what they're doing, and you're watching them grow?
Oh, then all you're doing is rebranding Dark.
You're just putting a legacy name onto a developmental. I wouldn't do anything with the Ring of Honor. I would just kill it.
Keep the library.
Take it behind the woodshed.
Yeah,
Wow.
keep the library, but what else are you gonna do with it? Every month, just have a random pay-per-view. It's gonna get to a point where people are just not gonna care. Because WrestleMania weekend, right? Every wrestling show has a thing on there.
Supercard of Honor is that Friday.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know,
before,
so like,
WrestleMania.
and they'll put all the big guys, Cesaro and obviously when the Briscoes were there and FTR and all those things last year.
Which was good.
Yeah,
it was really good.
but it's
Apparently,
WrestleMania, but it's
our match of the
WrestleMania
year.
weekend.
Yeah.
You got to get to that crowd at WrestleMania weekend. But I don't know, man. I wouldn't do anything with it.
Hector's in here. We'll get his opinion on this. Thumbs up or thumbs down that Okada versus Tanahashi is main eventing Battle in the Valley. I think it's this weekend or next weekend. Over Kyrie and Mercedes, who sold out the joint.
Battle in the Valley?
Yeah.
Which
We
valley?
talked about this.
Which valley?
Sacramento.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
So they're
They had the tickets were on sale, and then once Mercedes and Kyrie's match was announced for the women's and New
they went
Japan
up.
title,
They went up.
they sold out. But now all of a sudden, oh hey, let's put Okada versus Tanahashi.
But this is a second women's match, right? Like in the main, like on their main shows.
Technically, you're right. Second, the first one was at Wrestle Kingdom. The second one's going to be in Sacramento. But they had that crossover promotion, New Japan and Stardom, where they had the winner, where Kyrie won it. But that was a joint, technically joint, but it's the same company. So 3. This will be the 3rd time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe they just got that like because it's new to. Like I don't know what the Japanese audience. I'm curious in how if the Japanese audience are watching the American shows, New Japan shows, as much as the Americans watch. You know,
Well, yeah.
obviously people in Japan watch all fucking wrestling and shit like that. But I'm just curious if they're like, because that could swing, because it's a very more American thing to have the women main event, right?
Right.
Because they're talking about women main eventing one of the nights at WrestleMania this year too. So, but in Japan, it's still new. You had to go to a women's
federation
to
in
see
a
women
smaller
wrestle.
scale.
Yeah,
in a much
Joshi
smaller
was
scale.
always
Joshi.
separate.
So it's like because I don't know what it's like, but what happens if they're like, hey, the women are going to main event? Are the Japanese people going to be like, not my, like I don't want to see that. I want to see Tanahashi. I want to see the men fight.
Yeah.
Which good for them, the fans that get to go, because we know what it's like to watch Okada versus Tanahashi live in person.
Yes.
It's Cena Orton, it's Austin Rock, it's fucking like the pinnacle of wrestling, But at the same time, give the women their fucking due. They're the ones that it was their names that sold it out, not Okada versus Tanahashi when the tickets went on sale. You know,
Yeah.
so
Was that match announced?
no, it wasn't. And there's no guarantee that Okada versus Tanahashi on its own would have sold out the joint.
Yeah, no, that's true. I was just
So-
curious.
Yeah.
I mean, she has the buzz.
Carry the momentum.
Yeah, I would have probably, but I don't know. I don't follow New Japan as much as
I mean, it's
everybody
one.
else does, so I
If
don't-
this show was in Japan, I would see the logic of
yeah,
we have to go with what's established.
Yeah.
But if you're having a show in the States where you're trying to get viewers and talent from the States, well, Kyrie is the exception, but she also wrestled in the States.
yeah, she was
And
popular.
it's their
People liked
talent,
her.
it's their recognition
Yeah.
that put asses in the seats. Why not let the women headline on the American show to prove that okay, New Japan is now going to be known as well known for
Women's
for
wrestling
for strong
Well-
style as Joshi wrestling.
Well, you also can't say that New Japan is ready to go all in on that because name me their roster of women wrestlers, right?
yeah,
But Hector kind of agrees with you. He says, thumbs down. He would not have that be the main event. Instead,
he's
his
seen
main event.
Okada Tanahashi like a dozen times himself.
Instead,
already.
his main event is Kingston versus White.
Holy crap! I'm so down for that. Apparently-
is this loser leave?
So,
Japan match?
so Jay White lost to Hikuleo last weekend, and it was a loser leave Japan, not loser leave New Japan.
Yeah,
So he could be wrestling in the States and continue his USFJ tournament, open challenge shit. But this one with Kingston, it's basically if
We're talking
Jay White
Eddie
loses,
Kingston?
Eddie Kingston,
Oh,
yeah. If
alright.
if Jay loses,
Not Kofi.
he's out of New Japan. Yeah, he's out of New Japan completely. If Eddie Kingston loses, he can no longer wrestle a New Japan wrestler. Like he's doing all this, whether it's in AEW New Japan, he can't wrestle a contract in New Japan wrestling anymore.
Yeah, but who's gonna?
Robert-
I agree with those stakes.
Who's
That's
gonna
What's
follow
up,
that?
Robert?
Who's gonna follow
it's,
that?
yeah, it's wrestling. No one gives a fuck. In 6 months, he'll be overseas again. Yeah, getting money. That's how it goes.
So that's well,
But I like
how many matches is it? So that's the three
so that's
matches.
so far there's 3. I'm sure there's more coming, but those are the 3 so far.
I mean, that one has a little bit more of a. I mean, how many times have we seen Tanahashi and Okada fight? Like you just said,
It's happened a lot.
you just said Arnold saw it
14 times, I think. We've only seen it like 2 or 3 times.
but still, yeah,
He's
fuck it.
probably
give,
seen
give
every
it to the
single
women.
one.
Fuck it.
Yeah, give them the roses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Matches of the week. You got anything? Remember? I'll start things off
Okay, thank you.
I don't remember shit.
because y'all were gushing about this last week.
Was I? What was I
Yeah.
gushing about?
Oh my God! Did you see the part where the blood actually got the camera?
Oh, yeah.
Danielson and Roosh.
Yeah.
Easily the best match Roosh has had.
Yeah.
Again,
Again.
another week where Danielson
Danielson makes
has
people.
the best matches.
Yeah, and that goes back to my point. If Danielson was feuding with an actual wrestler for the title, then you can let the wrestling do the talking. But when you have to actually talk, have we heard Danielson cut a promo in the ring? Have we heard Danielson get as much cheers during a promo like MJF gets booed as fuck and sometimes cheered during his promo? It's just
No.
his
it's too pitchy, dog.
The cock has
The cock.
has a chamber, best of chamber, and it's like multiple. And one in the first episode, it's when D-Bry was and he had the Earth, the
Oh, the
and
hip
shit.
belt. Yeah,
So-
the Captain Planet belt.
Him as a heel like that was good. I liked him as a heel when he was just
Fickle.
I'm better than you
Fickle.
and you know it.
Fickle.
Yeah, I'm better than you and you know it. But
Anything else?
I don't think so.
You don't
As
think
far
so?
as matches of the week go, no, I don't think so. I just can't really remember.
I would need to go back. Not that anybody's mentioned it or anybody saw it.
And Robert says Danielson can, but they don't let him.
Apparently Wesley and Dijak had a banger of a match at that last NXT takeover they did.
Oh, that's
Broke
right.
Dijak's
There's
finger.
an NXT
yeah.
thing.
Dijak broke his finger.
yeah, for real, that shit was like all
Yeah.
the way up and stuff.
Yeah.
I missed I only saw the last 2 matches.
I had it in the background while I was mounting the TV, so I didn't see it, but I heard and I saw pieces. I hung it up on the
I
wall.
told you he'd been mounting everything.
Oh,
In
yeah.
You gotta be careful. You gotta wear goggles.
It smells like asparagus on this table. Waller and Breaker was a great match. I'll put that as match of the week. That was a good match, Breaker and Waller. Waller has a
wrong person won. The wrong person won.
I agree. I think now's the time. Well, then would have been the best time because Grayson Waller is a good asshole to boo that you want to see him get his ass kicked to the point that you might actually want to pay to see him get his ass kicked.
But who would you have him go against as a heel champion? Who would the face be? That's another issue.
I got it for you, Carmelo Hayes. Carmelo's been on the come up. Like he's doing
without Trick.
Trick's comedy is gold, though. He
Trick's
enhances
Carmelo. Trick called somebody out on NXT this week. I can't remember who it was. So it almost looks like they're doing their own thing.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the show, Carmelo came out and was like staring at Braun.
Yeah.
Like, hey, we're about to go.
Yeah.
And then on Tuesday, he's fighting Jinder Mahal.
So would you rather see Braun Breaker lose the belt to fucking Grayson Waller and watch Grayson Waller grow and run with it, or you want to see him lose the belt to fucking Jinder? You said me that on Tuesday. I'm like,
he's not gonna lose.
Where the fuck did that come from?
Jinder Mahal's on NXT and
with the new Indus-Share.
They're gonna fight next week.
You know what? I might have to tune in to NXT just for the.
Oh, you're a Jinder fan.
I am.
Well, we like Jinder, but as storyline characters on television,
no, I get it.
And obviously he's gonna beat Jinder because it's a random Tuesday. And then he's gonna fight Kamala Hayes at some point, but it's just the wrong person won. Braun is getting stale.
He's Hector's paying money to watch Muda's last match, but there's some shit with Okada and Kiyomiya that's fucking like getting good.
Yeah,
but, tree falls for y'all. Well, for me too, I guess. I
watch clips on TikTok.
Speaking of giving girls their flowers. Y'all see Ding Dong Hello?
No, I didn't.
With Bailey and Toxic Attraction breaking up?
I mean, I heard about
good
it.
Good shit, man. Easily Gigi's the one you cheer for.
The Rockers.
Yeah.
She threw her, she didn't throw her through a glass window, but
she JC Jane threw Gigi through the door. The door didn't open.
Yeah,
it was rough. And so like JC like gave Gigi a boot to the face, and that was also rough. She had a bruise like this big.
I saw the bruise afterwards.
Fuck.
Size 8 boot across
Yeah. That was good. The whole promo, that was good stuff. Like they were fighting and bickering, and then they're like, there's no one else that'll put us up with us but each other, so we should get back together and give it one more run. Yeah.
When she came out
and then super kick. Bam! Just like HBK. It was good. It was good recovery.
When she came out on Tuesday, the parts that I saw, she looked like she looked like somebody. What's the
JC?
Yeah.
Leather jacket, little strut, like heel HBK WrestleMania 9.
Came out with the leather jacket, and I was like, all right, this is a fucking. She's
going somewhere.
Yeah. But I couldn't even tell you who the women's champion is right now.
It's Roxy.
Nah, that's right. Yeah.
Apparently, Roxy and Miko Satomura are gonna have a match. Final boss. That's gonna be fucking good.
Okay.
I hope Miko beats the living crap out of Roxy, and Roxy rolls her up 1, 2, 3. Just to piss off.
I hope your nephew's not listening to this because he'll kick your ass.
Oh yeah! Oh my god, Roxy! Yeah.
Arnold says, "I like where they're going with Toxic Attraction. JC's a good natural heel, and Gigi is going to be an anti-hero fan favorite."
Yeah.
Can't boo that ass.
She's
You ready for this weekend, fellas?
Yeah, sure.
Well, you're working, so you're working, right?
On Sunday, yes.
Oh, so you might actually be watching this live.
No.
What are you doing Saturday?
Sean and Mel are having their 10-year anniversary, and they're doing a renewal of their vows. So they basically just use it as an excuse to get married a second time. So they're having a second wedding, pretty much.
10 years, goddamn.
Yeah,
dude, I still remember that shit. I think up until I moved here, I think I still had that invitation.
Yeah,
on the wedding.
Yeah,
never went because Sil and I. I remember, damn, fucking 10 years.
Yeah. Wow. Well, congrats.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna be there. So I'm not gonna watch Elimination Chamber.
You're gonna have your phone. I mean, they're already married.
Yeah.
What are they gonna do that you haven't seen?
Yeah.
They've been together for 10 years.
Edge and Lita, sex celebration.
Maybe.
I'll buy that for $1.
Yeah. That's some change. Friday.
Yes.
SmackDown in Montreal.
That's gonna be a hot fucking crowd.
Gunther versus Madcap Moss for the Intercontinental title. Give me a number.
See, he's dating Emma.
Yeah.
Madcap.
Madcap.
Really?
Yeah, he's dating
Good
Emma.
cop, Madcap.
They were at the Super Bowl together.
Oh,
Hey.
that's nice.
Good for them. Good
Yeah,
for him.
good for them.
I don't know. 6.
6.
6.
All for Gunther.
8.
Oh, yeah.
And it's all for Gunther.
All
This,
for
all I
Gunther.
want to hear is this.
Yeah.
That's it.
Jesus just blew out everyone's eardrums.
Yeah.
Hope nobody's got their headphones.
Yeah.
I'm assuming
right.
Gunther's winning.
Yeah, Gunther's winning.
Yeah.
I hope.
Yeah.
Dummy.
I kind of okay. You gave it an 8 all for Gunther. I gave it a 6 all for Gunther, but it would be higher if it wasn't for the fact that I don't want to see Madcap Moss get, like there's some people that it's like, okay, I think this would be a good match. Wow, there's a lot to it. Sheamus, oh shit, yeah, they could really go. But Madcap, I don't know if I want to see him get brutalized
Again?
Yeah, it's like I don't.
It's been over a year since he got dumped on his head. If he could take a head dumping,
well, see,
he can survive Gunther.
no, it's about how much I care about the guy, right? Like I don't care enough to cheer him fervently enough to see him go through the pain Ilya Dragunov and Sheamus went through.
Ooh, yeah.
Right?
Oh,
It's not going to be that kind.
Dragunov's back.
yeah.
He came back on NXT this weekend.
But since I don't think it's going to be that kind
Oh,
of
that's
match,
who it was.
Like, yeah,
Carmelo Hayes' dude.
Oh,
He called
Ilya.
out Dragunov.
Yeah.
trick.
Not to mine. Yeah.
Yeah.
He called out Dragunov.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't want to see that guy getting his there's certain, like you said, there's certain people that it looks good when Gunther beats the shit out of them.
yeah. Like I'm not fervent enough for him to want to win, and I also don't hate him enough to want to see him get his ass completely whipped.
Yeah.
So
Viking Raiders against Sheamus and McIntyre. Tag match. Give me a number.
Did they have this match?
No. They've been teasing it back and
Yeah,
forth
they
for
have.
weeks.
I'm gonna
Pretty
go with
good.
about an 8.
I'm also at 8.
Yeah. 2.
You're at a 2?
No. Drew posted on Twitter and he said 4 guys slapping meat. I was like, you better choose your words a little bit better, but yeah, that's 4 big dudes just beating the shit out of each other.
I got Viking Raiders winning this.
Yeah?
Keep it going.
Why not?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I got to rewind just a little bit. Hector says his match of the week was Hikuleo versus Jay White.
Kind of figured. Natty and Shotzi tag match against 2 of the 4 horsewomen, Rousey and Baszler.
Man.
4.
Man,
4.
I'm not even gonna put a number. No, I'll do 4. I'll just be the same. I'll put 4.
Okay, thank you.
Horsewomen are winning, right?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't care.
Natalya was a heel.
No.
I mean,
If she's gone from television long enough, that means that Bret Hart cover song hits and people cheer for her. The women cheer for her because, oh my God, I see her on E and all that.
Yeah.
Is that show still on? The Divas shows and all those things? Is it still
Yeah,
on?
there's one of them on, I think.
You should know you live with 2 women.
But nobody watches it.
Oh, dang. All the fine girls.
Oh,
are gone.
it's I saw the commercial. It's fucking Nikki's getting married, or
Oh, yeah.
that's
Yeah.
what the show is now.
Nikki's getting married. Yeah, that's the new thing. That's Friday
All right.
in front of Montreal.
All right.
Saturday.
Well, I mean,
4, and it's all for
Sammy
Shotzi.
cutting a promo was the main reason why anybody's gonna watch SmackDown on Friday,
Or watch him get beat up.
the night before pay-per-view.
Well,
He
it's-
could
it's
get
not
jumped.
WWE
He could get
schedule
jumped
that
on the-
pay-per-views now on Saturdays.
Yeah, but still, you
The go home show?
He could
You
get
could
jumped
get-
on the go
he's
home.
gonna get
Yeah.
jumped.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he can get jumped.
Well, hey, before we go to the Elimination Chamber, what do you guys think of how Paul Heyman covered up the fact that the Usos can't go to Canada? Did you watch that promo last Friday at the end of the show?
Yeah.
Where he's like, there's things that happen on the telly that you can't always see when it's live.
Yeah.
We need you to stay home for a minute
Yeah.
and keep under the radar the fact that you drunk ass motherfucker.
Can't go to Canada.
Can't go to Canada.
Apparently, they don't drink in Canada. Maybe
We need to go change that
Yeah.
ASAP.
I'll go to Canada.
Yeah. They
I
got
like
Pabst
it.
Blue Ribbon. They have to drink that.
I like
Unless they
Canada.
don't consider that alcohol up there.
I like Canada.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Arnold says apparently the Usos can go to Canada after all.
There-
What?
there
In
is-
the last minute,
There is some talks that they are
have a
are allowed
1
to-
day. They
they're
have
allowed
a
to go
1 day
there.
visa. And
Oh.
yeah.
But then you wouldn't. Would you have them on SmackDown or?
But
or
even
the
then,
pay-per-view?
but
The
even then,
pay-per-view.
kayfabe. Well, storyline wise, just I like how they covered that
Yeah.
up. You know, and just for that surprise of here's one, and then the next day, there's the other, or whatever. If you want to play it that way. Lashley versus Lesnar. Is it working for you?
We're talking about pay-per-view.
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Is that working for you?
I'm fucking all in on this.
Really?
Shit. It makes me laugh. It's so good.
It's good because
It's two big motherfuckers who can't cut promos, cutting promos, and it's great.
Got it.
It's great. It's so good. The Bobby Who stuff, him talking about when Brock 2 weeks ago was talking about him, and he's like, I can't get him out of my head, and everyone's doing the Bobby Who and all that shit. It's so funny. And then Bobby's obviously a heel now.
Mhm.
He's getting back with MVP. That
her business.
Hurt
Yeah.
Business is coming back. They were in the background. You saw MVP talking to Shelton and Cedric on Raw.
I will say I miss watching Cedric wrestle. Oh my god.
Yeah, he's really good.
Shit, I miss both. Like that is a tag team. That like put them back in the mix of wrestling tag teams like in WWE.
If this continues and we get a rematch at WrestleMania, I definitely want to see Brock Lesnar eat the ever-loving fuck out of Cedric Alexander. Or watch Cedric Alexander bounce off of Lesnar and then give us Lesnar versus fucking Shelton Benjamin. Throwback.
Oh yeah,
I want that.
nice.
Yeah.
I want
Just
that.
as a build up to like
Yeah.
get to Lashley at Mania.
I feel like this is the I think this is the blow off. I think they're gonna go separate after Elimination Chamber.
Who?
Bobby and Brock.
You don't see the rematch? I'm predicting fucking Fight Pit at Mania. That's the best place to put the two former MMA guys in an MMA type setting
But as a rematch,
as a rematch.
But I mean, Bobby's already
Because
Bobby
Bobby has the Hurt Business interfering. The Hurt Business can't get in the fucking Fight Pit.
Bobby's beaten him twice, right?
Once.
I
He
thought
beat him at Royal Rumble for the belt. And then Elimination Chamber, he was hurt or some kind of weird ass bullshit that he just like they wrote him out, and
then he eliminated him. He got him up because he eliminated him at Rumble too. So he got him one up on
this
there.
was last year, and then this so this would only be the second time they fight.
Arnold says this is the rubber match.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Bobby's won both.
Really?
Ask Arnold. Who knows?
Hector, look that up.
Yeah,
Okay.
tell me. Somebody tell me. I'm pretty sure because I'm pretty sure he said that he had two up on him.
Arnold says he's at a 7. This is my favorite version of Brock Lesnar. I'm kind of torn. I'm not sure if I want to be at like an 8.5 or if I want to be at a 5.
Tell me where the 5 is coming from first.
It's Brock and Lashley. Like, if you told me this match was gonna happen, like, I don't know, 2 years ago, I'd be like, so. And yeah, like,
how about 4 years ago before COVID, and Lashley just came back from his run in Impact
and
Bellator.
I was a little bit more.
And Brock had beat Mark Hunt.
I was a little bit more optimistic for Bobby Lashley, but nothing happened. It's not in the Hurt Business. They might bring back the Hurt Business, and it's like this version of redneck Lesnar that a lot of people like, but I'm kind of like
cowboy shit.
Seeing through it. Like, I know a lot of people are like, oh, great, he's finally entertaining. I'm like, no, he just has you fooled. He's the same boring Brock Lesnar he's always been.
They don't have a country accent in Minnesota.
Well, he technically lives in Canada now.
Yeah, so
in Saskatchewan.
I ain't never heard any Canadians talking with a southern accent.
So I don't know, man. I don't know. That's where the 5 is coming from. The 8 is coming from
two big dudes going at it.
Everybody's
slapping me.
Everybody's always
slapping me.
Shut up. Everybody's always wanted to see Brock Lesnar versus Black Lesnar and see which one is the better Lesnar, right? I don't.
We got that last year. Bobby is a better Lesnar.
There could be only one.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, cool. Yeah. And I'm that optimism of Bobby Lashley is starting to creep back into that 8. That's what's baked into that 8. It's like, shit, are they really gonna let Bobby, really go for it? Very prominently in this feud here.
What if you get what if you get the Hurt Business?
It's Black History Month.
That is true. What if you?
Fuck it, I mean, beat me to it.
Woo, boy.
Thank you.
He said that this is the rubber match that they've won one each. Okay.
When did Lesnar win? I need to be reminded.
Okay.
I don't remember, man. They're all blended.
Because I remember as a Royal Rumble,
You beat him
Lashley beat Lesnar for the belts because Heyman interfered.
Didn't they fight at Saudi?
That was the Elimination Chamber was in Saudi. Brock won the belt back, and that's how we got Brock versus Roman title for title.
I don't remember anymore. But Bobby is a heel with MVP on as the mouthpiece. Again, I think that's cool. Bobby by himself is boring.
I think Bobby with the Hurt Business is about as close as you're gonna get to Bobby Lashley's run in Impact when he was just like American Top Team, just being suave, cool, being himself.
The sunglasses, the designer outfits, like he looked the part.
Yeah.
And then he starts talking. It's like, Bobby, don't say anything.
Yeah. Don't even smile.
But have MVP come in there and
hype him up.
And then also, it's a good Bobby in the Hurt Business would be a good feud for if Cody wins the belt.
Oh wow, that would be good.
As a from now until SummerSlam, like in between, obviously not the next big thing, but to fight Cody, but
Cody versus Cedric, Cody versus Shelton, building up to Cody versus Lashley.
You can find somebody for him to tag team with.
That's really
so
good.
You could have tag matches and have and then Cody versus MVP on the mic could be pretty good, And
then on SmackDown, Cody versus Gunther at the same time. Just watching him just get the shit beat out of him.
If they're not splitting up the belts.
Yeah.
But yeah, just as a feud.
It'd be Cody and Sammy versus Hurt Business.
I'm down for it. I'm down for it. Or the Uso. One of the was it Jay?
Main event Jey Uso.
Yes. Yeah. So have those three versus whatever. But I just think that would be Bobby heel Bobby and Cody feuding. I'd be into it.
Edge and Beth against Balor and Ripley.
Man, you know what? I'm torn on this one too. I don't know if I want to put this at a fucking 3 or if I want to be at a 7.
Tell them why you want a 3.
Okay, 3. WWE just can't do intergender. It's always terrible. Like the few times that they have done it, it's just not been that great. And they've never really given intergender wrestling a fair nod. And I don't really think it's going to be that good. It's just going to be regular WWE booking for intergender wrestling, and it's just going to be the pits. My optimism, my 7 is, what if Triple H is like, you know what, let's actually let them try to do stuff. And Rhea and Beth really go at it. And you know what? Fucking Balor actually puts hands on Beth. Holy shit. Oh, man. And then, Balor and Edge actually put on a fucking banger too on their side of it. Like, it could be good.
I could see a scenario where Balor tries to hit Edge and mistakenly hits Beth. And then later in the match, Beth hits the Glam Slam on Finn. And because Beth hit the Glam Slam on Finn, Rhea hits the Riptide on Edge.
Okay.
I could see that. I don't see them like going at it.
Yeah.
There aren't a lot of women on WWE's roster that I would think could step up toe-to-toe with men, but I think definitely with Rhea and probably with Beth, they could make it believable that they can beat the shit out of their significant other's enemy.
Yeah.
Male enemy.
Yeah. I could see them working something out to have a decent match.
The only thing that kind of worries me a little bit is that people like Rhea
a lot.
This is the best that Rhea's ever been.
They're gonna win.
They have to, right?
Yeah.
So that they don't derail her momentum.
Yeah,
I've got Judgment Day winning it too.
I've got Edge pinning Balor. I think.
See,
Yeah.
I would have Rhea pin Beth.
I would have Rhea pin Edge.
I mean, hey, if you want to fucking put her,
Oh,
if you want to put her like on the,
how many men has Charlotte beaten?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Charlotte's threat. This motherfucker beats dudes.
Also, it would look good just seeing her do the. Yeah, I could see that.
Edge of
Doing that
Sarah
pin on her. Rhea got out the strap and
The safe word is metalingus.
Guess what? I'm never saying that word.
I don't even know how to spell it.
Asuka, Liv Morgan, Nikki Cross, Raquel Rodriguez, Natalya, and Carmella. I think I need to update that. It's for the Raw Women's. It's a chamber match. The winner gets a shot at Bianca Belair at Mania. I think something happened on Raw where.
Yeah, if
it was the triple threat match.
Yeah.
Bianca.
It was
Bayley
Bayley
and
and
Becky.
Becky.
If either won, they would get into it, but Bianca won.
So
Okay,
they
good.
didn't get into
Yeah.
it. So that match isn't happening.
Right.
The cage match, Becky and
They finally did it.
Bayley. That's the match of the weekend.
They did it. They
Oh,
finally
yeah.
did it.
Yeah, it was
That
good.
was pretty
I
good.
liked it a lot.
Damn, how do I not remember that?
Yeah.
It felt like that was like
The
4
finish.
weeks ago.
Because two weeks in a row they had that cage match and
Mhm.
one.
2 out of 3 weeks. There was that 1 week in the middle
Yeah.
where they complained about it. Yeah. The finish that Lita had to come in like, okay, Lita, well, why, Lita?
Arnold
Oh,
says
shit.
on Monday Bianca was winning all night, and then Montez won.
Oh, happy Valentine's Day to Montez.
Damn, no, happy Valentine's Day to everyone except Montez.
Hey, on Black History Month. Oh,
I don't know. I don't really care about this match.
no, give me a number.
4.
Okay.
Dang.
If you took out Carmella and put in Bayley,
what's wrong with Carmella?
she's boring to me.
She just came back from popping a kid, right?
I don't care.
No,
Or
she was hurt
injury.
miscarriage, but yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Who else is in it?
Carmella, Natalya,
Take her
Raquel
out
Rodriguez.
and put the man in.
The man
Take out
Becky-
Natty. Put
Yeah.
in Becky.
Yep.
Okay. Raquel Rodriguez.
Keep. Yeah.
Nikki
for sure.
Cross.
There's something about her like now that she has a storyline and there's something going on and she's not a superhero anymore. And I could see her doing something stupid like jumping off something. So
Yeah.
leave her in, but
I thought Morgan was your crash test dummy because she likes to be hardcore.
Yeah. No, that's fine. But
Yeah,
I
Asuka.
just Asuka,
What are you
yeah.
thinking?
6.5.
Okay.
I think it might be a nice match, but there's a lot of stuff that like I don't care about. I don't care about Nikki Cross. I don't care about Natalya being in there. You know, like it's cool that she's back, but I don't care. I really don't care about Carmella either. I find Carmella to be boring. The most entertaining thing about Carmella is hearing the stupid shit Corey says
Yeah.
about her.
Mhm.
But that's
Her
that's
return
it.
was pretty good when he's just like, "That's my
Yeah.
wife and she's sexy," and all.
Yeah.
My wife.
Yeah, very
Like,
funny.
that's the best part about her, honestly,
Yeah.
is hearing Corey mark out.
Rightfully so.
Yeah, but yeah,
What about you?
I'm at a 6.
okay.
I don't want to sound like an asshole because I apply this in general with the Elimination Chamber. This is not the pay-per-view that you should have before WrestleMania, especially since you watered down the chamber. The first few chamber matches were hardcore as fuck. There was no padding.
Yeah.
There was the exposed metal. People were getting grinded like hamburger meat. You could actually see them getting thrown off the cage. Some of the spots were reasonable. You could suspend your disbelief enough if it was the right person doing the right spot. Now it feels like it's just a
They got the
it's just a handicap that's made to sell toys. It doesn't have the same. I don't sound too fucking snotty. It doesn't have the same gravitas that the first Elimination
No, that's
Chamber
fair.
matches had.
That's fair.
Yeah,
You know, at least you got your ass kicked in the chamber in October, and then you had 4 months to heal, and you came back at the Rumble or whatever. But
Yeah.
having this match before Mania, not the biggest fan of it.
I think it's also lazy booking. Because out of all those people, realistically, who could fight? Who do you think's winning? Who do you think's winning?
I would like to see Raquel Rodriguez,
Me too.
but I would like to see Raquel Rodriguez wrestle fucking Charlotte. If this is against Bianca Belair, it's Asuka. Asuka and Bianca were on the same team against Damage Control for months, and now Bianca has to overcome Kana, basically the emergence of evil Asuka before Asuka ended up in WWE, which will be a great match also. So I've got Asuka winning, but I won't. I won't throw shade at Raquel,
I could see them. I could see them doing a 4-way.
Giggity.
At Maynard.
At Maynard.
At Maynard. Get that Maynard.
We're gonna make a whole fucking dictionary tonight.
Arnold wants to see a Punjabi prison match.
That's fair.
Speaking of chamber matches,
what was that? The dog kennel match. Remember with Al Snow and Big Boss Man.
Yeah,
Hell in a Cell with a cage in it.
All the dogs were around the ring.
Big Boss Man.
Big Boss Man.
They didn't know what they were doing. A lot of them were just taking a shit on the mat.
Yeah,
They got scared. Here's another chamber match. Theory, Rollins, Gargano, Bronson Reed, Damian Priest, Montez Ford for the U.S. title.
What do you got?
8, even though a lot of it is cliche, Ford's flying around like a motherfucker. He's gonna dive up. He's gonna climb to the very butthole of that chamber and fall straight down. That's what Montez is gonna do.
And then Bronson's gonna catch him and fucking
Eat him.
power slam him
through the ring into like the abyss. Priest will look cool. He'll blend in with the chains, all comedian like. Theory is gonna sneak one out. And
well, they make that they make the chamber red now, isn't it?
Yeah, with neon lights, glows in the dark.
They could call it the Mountain Dew Code Red.
Yeah.
Dollar bills is all there at Abel sees.
Yeah.
What I'm at an 8. Where are you at?
I'm at a 5.
Yikes.
Yeah. And that's just for the potential car crashiness of it. Like it's going to be a good match.
You're not curious on because they could literally go with any of those guys as a champ.
Well, that's the thing. I'm at a 5 for all of what can happen between the bells. I don't give a shit who wins. I don't give a shit who loses.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit about the story going in. I don't give a shit about the story coming out. I don't give a shit about the U.S. title. Like, it's the main title on Raw. No, it's not.
Who you got winning?
I don't care. Theory will keep it.
I've got Theory keeping it too.
Or what about Montez?
No,
Montez won't.
I do like the fact that this is like what wrestling fans, hardcore wrestling fans in general, have been wanting for years. This is the graduation of NXT. Look at the lineup. Theory, Rollins has been established for years on the main roster. Theory, Gargano, Reed, Damian Priest, and Montez Ford. That's like basically half of those guys. Vince McMahon's like, nah, they're not ready for main time television. Triple H is like, hold on, I'm gonna play it. And this is his envisioning.
You're right. But unless this is like one of those 5-year ago NXT takeovers where we didn't give a damn about the takeover and we rated all the anticipation levels real low, and then we actually watched takeover and we're like, holy shit, where were we? Why were we? There was a lot of like, don't have any build and we're just relying on the actual talent of the match. Yeah. And this could be one of those. That's why I'm at a 5. Can this match be a 10? And can what they do coming out of it be great? And can whoever wins have a really great run?
Sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But we're talking
blow
about,
you away.
We're talking about anticipation level.
Yeah.
Anticipation level going into it, I don't give a shit about any of them. Because while you can build all these guys, none of them have been built.
Yeah. It's the opposite for
Rollins.
If it was a
okay. I'll give you that one.
Yeah.
It's the opposite if it was the Intercontinental and you had Gunther, because Gunther's established that title. He's training that. So like, is somebody going to beat him? Is someone, is he going to survive the chamber?
Gunther in a chamber slapping everybody. Oh God,
that kind of stuff. But that would get it
would pique my interest.
You're like, I want to see if he's going to lose it or if he's going to win it.
The difference with Gunther is, other than Rollins, there isn't enough. Like he said, there isn't enough established talent to where if Theory wins, it elevates Theory. With Gunther, there's enough SmackDown people that he's already been shown with that
unless you pin Rollins.
That if
Rollins
Gunther's
is the last person to get eliminated.
If Gunther survives Sheamus, McIntyre, and throw in one other big name, and he pins them all. Gunther goes from here to fucking here.
Yeah.
Theory's not getting that kind of rub with the people that are in this match with him.
No.
Which is the big difference.
And they're not booking Theory as a monster heel like they're booking Gunther.
Yeah.
They're booking
Russell's
Theory.
not booking any of those guys really.
They're
Like,
booking Theory as a
It's
chicken
been
shit
2.5
heel.
weeks, so we still don't know what a Bronson Reed is.
Yeah. Austin Theory is a chicken shit cowardly heel, so he's not going to do anything where he's like taking advantage of beating all 4 or 5 other guys. He's going to be
Yeah.
like the last one to come out of the pod. He gets a sneaky roll-up pin somewhere. He hides while everyone else is killing each other.
Climbs to the top.
Yeah, like he's not
or
going
you
to be
could do-
dominant.
You could do a big spot where Bronson slams him through a cage or something, and he falls out, and he's out for the whole match, like on
Yeah,
the outside, like chilling, and then he comes in and steals it.
yeah.
That yeah. Give it a-
I've
give
got
it-
Theory winning.
I would be okay with anybody in that match winning, realistically. But just to be different, I'll see.
Like the one before Mania in 18, I guess he means 2018, that stole the show. I think this can steal the show. All right.
It could.
It could. On paper, it could. In between the bells, this is going to be a banger of a match.
Yeah. I still got Theory winning.
Fuck it, Theory. Because Rollins doesn't need it.
Rollins doesn't need it.
Rollins was a champ.
He doesn't need it.
Him and they've been going back and forth with the belt the past like couple of months, right? Like
Detour, real quick, because I just had this pop in. If Becky went back to the man, would you guys be all right with Seth becoming big time Seth if he's going to keep dressing up the way he's been dressing up for the last like 6 months?
Fucking boots,
those Astro Boy boots, bro. Mega Man,
big
all
time
jealous.
Seth.
Big time Seth.
Big time Seth. I would love it. I would love it.
As soon as I saw them, I was like, he has to curb stop somebody.
Yeah.
With those fucking shoes.
Yeah. And he did.
God.
And he did. He needs to wear those in the chamber. Put some men underneath. Really go hardcore. Kill some motherfuckers.
Real fucking curb something. He so my girlfriend hates him, right? He's up there with the I never want to see this guy for her, right? She doesn't watch wrestling.
Logan Paul, Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
Okay.
She pretty much told me if either of those win the Rumble when it came out,
we're leaving.
She's never watching wrestling again with me, which is fair.
And
so
fair.
Every single time he does something on Raw, or every outfit he comes out, I send it to her, and I'm like, look at this.
Oh my God.
And so I sent her him wearing these shoes, and she was like, God damn it. I'm actually for her birthday. In May,
no!
For her birthday, May.
You're gonna get a cameo of Seth Rollins.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna buy her an action figure. I'm gonna buy, at Five Below, you can get those like shitty masks that looks like Rollins' face. And so her real gift is gonna be at the bottom, but on top it's gonna be a figure. It's gonna be Rollins themed everything.
You can get a $5 Rollins shirt at Five Below.
I'm gonna get a Rollins. I'm sure I can get a Rollins bag, like the gift bag with like Rollins and shit. But yeah, so every single time I'm like, look at these fucking shoes, and the shoes got me, man.
Dude, and I knew this because you told me this before we went to the Rumble. If they sold Seth merch, I would have out of pocketed and bought her a shirt just to see what she would have done with it.
She's breaking up with you. It's going to happen after all this.
The first time. They'll overcome.
Just
like
endure and
Becky.
survive. Endure and survive.
Like Scott's gonna be like, no, the Seth mask stays on.
It's the only thing that keeps me
I'm
hard.
I'm coming into the
Better.
Oh man.
Like I hate Rollins so much. But
You
God
like him.
damn, he's so funny. Like every week I'm like, what is he gonna come out wearing like just what is he gonna wear next?
Yeah.
And he gets better.
Arnold, isn't he? Look at him. Is he still not the drip god? He's dressed as like one.
Man.
Fuck, man. That's the plan.
That shit
Damn, that's
I
hilarious.
might try that later.
Main
Main event time.
event.
Roman Reigns, Sami Zayn, unified WWE Universal.
Let me get you to 10. You're at a 10.
I'm at a 10.
You're not at a 10?
Oh, he's at
he's
11.
Okay, I was about to.
Okay, of course.
I saw that 1
Of
go up, and I
course.
was like, "You're at a 1? What's wrong with you?"
11.
Oh,
I'll say this: anticipation's at 11.
Daniel Price, what's up?
Yo, where the fuck have you been,
Been a
bro?
long time. He's making fun of your man bun, saying you look like a samurai.
Ah, arigato gozaimasu. Hi.
Arnold says he's at a 12.
Don't upstage me. This ain't fucking prices,
Well,
right?
I'm at a 13.
Fucking Meltzer shit over here. What are you at? Are you at a 10?
I mean, if this was in the
Yeah.
Tokyo Dome, then I'd give it fucking 8
Oh,
months or
yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, 10.
10. Okay.
Just for obviously the story's been great, but the promos the past couple of weeks, the one he had on Raw with Cody, that fucking sealed the deal. I thought that was solid. I thought
Yeah, that was really
I thought
good.
that was one of the best promos I've heard. Definitely one of the best promos on Raw.
Cody's promo with Paul Heyman the week before.
That was
Okay, but I'm just
Roman's
saying-
the son he wished he had.
But-
But fuck,
think
kill
of-
that
think-
man.
Think about Raw in general over the past decade. That's probably one of that's got it. Those two are up
Yeah.
there as the best. Like when you in 10 years from now be like promos from Raw. That those two are going to be on there.
And I think you can't have the Cody and Sammy promo without Cody and Paul's first, because
That's fair.
Paul used Cody's legacy against him, and Cody used his legacy to show that Sammy can create one of his own
right.
by finishing each other's stories and getting to Mania so that they can fight each other. And I think that kind of sealed the deal for me. And that goes back to the whole conundrum that I have with all of us as a group, as a collective. We can't go through all this just for him to settle with the tag titles.
I mean,
You can have Sammy and Kevin against the Usos on Saturday, but he ain't got nothing planned on Sunday. Throw Sammy in that main event. You have to.
You're doing triple threat?
Yeah.
Triple
You've already
Threat Mania.
involved him with Cody because they had the interaction face to face. So now
They've
they've
definitely painted themselves in a corner.
And again, like I said before, the WrestleMania X7, I had to finish my story at the expense of Sammy's story. People aren't gonna like that. Boom, turn Cody heel and have Cody versus fucking Sammy and have Roman go to Hollywood and try to do whatever the fuck he wants to do in Hollywood. There's several ways to go around it if you have the three of them as the main event. And it starts here. Because again, what we've said a lot on this podcast, if you're watching on TV and everyone is losing their shit, I need to be invested so I can lose my shit. So Sammy losing or getting fucked over in his hometown, or the reactions that he's gonna get in his hometown.
He's winning, but he's winning by DQ.
Yeah.
Which sets up
him
in Mania.
Unfinished business.
Yeah, because that crowd in Montreal, like, if you're like, here, watch this. They're in Montreal. He's from Montreal. He's in the main event. This year-long storyline.
You've seen Behind the Music Metallica, that riot after Guns N' Roses, that could be nothing compared to Sami Zayn not winning in his hometown.
I don't know if Montreal people are the rioting type.
They're gonna say please a lot.
Okay.
But they're gonna still burn the fucker like Chicago.
They're just gonna get the chair and they're just gonna I'm so mad.
Damn it, buddy. Why didn't you let him win the match, buddy?
I'm not your buddy, friend.
I'm not your friend, guy. I'm not your guy, buddy.
It's about time you won.
I can't eat my flapjacks now.
You got some maple syrup for me?
So I'm obvious. I have Sammy actually winning the whole fucker. How is the match ending for you? Are you're sticking with Sammy wins by DQ?
Yeah. They're also in Montreal. What else is Montreal known for?
The screw jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Not necessarily a screw job, but there's. And
you didn't bring the lube, eh?
Usos can't be there, but
can't
be there. Can they? Can they not? There's some. He's not win, and Roman's not going to win clean, because if Roman wins clean, then
that's it.
That's it.
It's done.
The whole thing's done. Nobody gives a shit about.
Yeah.
He's already beat him on a Cody.
Yeah.
Sammy wins. I still don't see Sammy and Cody main eventing.
Roman gets his rematch clause because
Yeah.
Roman can talk himself out of a paper bag. So
Roman has to be in the main event
yeah,
at Mania.
it has to be the three of them
Yeah.
on Sunday. Hey, well,
I want to be wrong,
okay.
but I'm not. LOL, Roman wins. Don't bet against Cena. I mean, don't bet against Roman.
Hogan must pose.
Yeah. Roman's gonna win.
Roman must
Clean?
linger.
Clean. He's gonna.
Cheat
No, not clean.
Oh,
clean.
in the
There's gonna
1,
be
2, 3,
1, 2,
but
3.
There's
There's
gonna be a
there's a pin.
dusty finish.
Yeah. There's gonna be shenanigans, obviously, but he's winning. Roman's winning, and unfortunately, that's the end of Sammy maybe getting the belt. Is it the end of Sammy and Roman? No, because there's still the whole fallout of the bloodline, and it might end up with Sammy and KO with the tag titles, or Sammy teaming up with the Uso that likes him, and they're still doing that part of it. That's that part of the storyline, but Sammy's not going to main event WrestleMania, and he's not going to win anything at WrestleMania. This is the end of that there. I want to be wrong. I want to be wrong, but I'm not.
We're not talking Mania right now. We're still talking
Chamber.
about.
I know, I'm talking about Chamber. Yeah, because you just said
Yeah.
if he loses, if Roman wins, that lets the air out of the bag.
That's done.
And that's what they're going to do. They're going to let the air out of the bag to make room for Roman and Cody.
I think on paper they've had Cody and Roman as the main event, and then the tag match with Sammy and Kevin and the Usos on paper for Mania for 6 months, right? But where it's different now with Vince and Triple H, Vince would have just been like, fuck it, that's what we're doing. Triple H is he willing to change and do something different?
Mm-hmm.
Man.
I still don't.
Roman Reigns beating Sammy clean is going to go over in Montreal about as good as it did when the Guns beat Acclaim for the tag belts last week.
And that's okay. Because it's Elimination Chamber, it's not Mania. We're on the road to WrestleMania.
Canada too.
We're not on the road to Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
We're not on the road to Elimination Chamber, right? Elimination Chamber isn't your blow-off. Elimination Chamber is the pit stop getting to the major blow-off, which is Mania. There's not going to be any finality at Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, they've definitely painted themselves into a corner. Like they're just.
Daniel and Arnold have been saying a whole bunch of shit in the live chat. Let me see if I can catch up.
Hear it.
Arnold says Sammy has to win in Montreal. Cody and Sammy promo was legendary. He made him bigger than he already was somehow. Daniel says Zayn's losing in order to get mad heat for Reigns beating him in Montreal, making people pop harder when Cody's the one that beats him at Mania. The only way Zayn wins and goes to Mania is if they're planning on flipping Cody heel, which was what y'all were saying.
Well, that's what he said. Yeah.
Yeah.
I still don't see him. Cody as a heel.
Then Arnold
Right
goes
now.
back and says, I think Sammy can win. And there will be a technicality that it was only for one belt. Then Roman fights Sammy on Saturday or try and regain the title. And then Sunday it's Cody and then go on vacation. I feel like this is a Brett and Luger Mania 10 kind of thing. All right. Daniel says, I'm so angry I'm going to beat him for his Coke Zero. What?
My Coke Zero?
Oh, yeah. That's what he was talking
It's
about.
done.
Yeah, because you did the thing with the Coke
It's
Zero.
done.
Okay, yeah. Ironically, an American and a Canadian trying to take a big Samoan guy's belt. No, Usos can't go to Canada. Well, we already discussed that. They might not.
Either way, you still got.
Zayn and Owens. Yeah, Daniel saying Zayn and Owens will team up at Mania to beat the Usos. Damn it, Abel! You said it as I was typing it.
See, but here's the thing: we keep talking about it's only natural that we put Sammy and Kevin together because they've had such history together.
All right.
But once Kevin Owens lost
He hasn't been on
to
TV
Roman
since Rumble, right?
to Roman at the Rumble, the story has still been: is it Jay? Is Jay siding with Roman? So we could have that.
Yeah.
Sammy and the Good Oos against Roman and the Bad Oos.
Yeah.
At Mania?
Yeah, as a tag team.
Maybe not Mania. Maybe coming after Mania.
Yeah. I don't want to see Roman both nights. That doesn't appeal to me.
It only makes sense to see Roman both nights because he has both titles.
And
I
if,
could
and if
definitely
they were
see him.
separating it,
Yeah.
one
I could
night.
see him do. I could see them doing one night and then the other if they are going to do that, which I wouldn't mind. But I don't know, maybe a triple threat would make more sense the way they did
I think
European and Intercontinental titles with Benoit, Jericho, and Angle. You know, like
yeah, I don't know, just both nights. It kind of just make it for everything. Just one match Sunday night. Everything. Give I don't know the women the main event on the Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Charlotte and
Oh yeah, because Rhea won the Rumble.
Charlotte and Rhea for the main event on night one. They've been doing that trend.
Bianca got to main event one.
Exactly.
So give
Charlotte. And it's
not
funny.
Charlotte. Give fucking
Rhea
the time to shine. Give her a main event spot at Mania. She's earned it. Oh, she's fucking earned it. Overall, the whole shebang, Elimination Chamber. What's your number? 8.
8
yeah, 8.
should be. I mean,
Next week we're gonna have a lot to talk about. Next week,
it's been the past since Rumble, since lead up. It's pretty much the beginning of this year. WWE has been on a very upward trajectory for me.
mm-hmm.
It definitely has.
It feels like a Mania season.
Yeah,
definitely.
And it hasn't felt like that to me for a long time. Where it's like there's enough story around all the things that's happening where you could be like, oh, I could actually.
It's kind of fucked up to say it, but I haven't felt this excited about a Mania season since 2020, the Rumble that we were at, and they set the table for a lot of big stuff to happen, and then COVID just shook all of that up. That was,
but also I think that comes into play because we were there.
That's fair.
Yeah,
and I think I was a little more excited just because Drew. That's my parents were there too. My parents were excited for Drew to win, and then they had so, but yeah, it's just
this feels
the
good.
stuff with Cody on Raw has been good. The stuff with Rollins or with Roman and Sammy.
That first promo where Sammy jumped Roman and then Roman came back and beat the shit out of him.
Yeah.
And instead of attacking him more, he got in the corner.
And then Heyman being a little creep behind, kind of always being there, kind of like what's going on, and
a part of me kind of just wants to skip this and get to whatever's next because that's 5 weeks. That's 6 weeks of build to Mania.
That's a lot. That's a lot because they're not doing anything. There's nothing in between, right? So
not that I know. No. One more thing.
Mm-hmm.
Let's have a little fun before we leave.
Okay.
Not sure if any of you guys heard this. The ESRB finally rated the AEW Fight Forever.
Yes, they did.
I did see this.
T for team.
They're actually doing at IGN their festival. They're doing a preview for it.
Mm-hmm. So it's a 2-part question. Let's throw it back. What are your favorite wrestling video games?
WCW versus NWO. That's still the hands down one. WrestleMania 2000.
Mm-hmm.
No Mercy. The old school. All of them. All those old ones.
WrestleMania, the arcade game.
Yeah. I know this one wasn't any good, but I was partial to Attitude, WWF Attitude.
Oh yeah, when they had the promos, they had the 500 promos.
I had it on. I think it was my PlayStation. I think it was PS1 that I had it, and I fucking created a character and like went through everything, and it was
he you? You called him Amo?
Oh no, it was Mr. Showtime.
Mr. Showtime. We actually we were talking in our group chat about the new 2K game that's coming out. Did you see the
soundtrack?
The soundtrack?
Cena got some taste.
It's weird. That's a weird.
It's almost cliche to have Sad But True from Metallica on it, but at the same time, there's a mix of all. I didn't expect John Cena to listen to Bullet for My Valentine.
Yeah.
Where did that come from?
But
go
good.
I was just say Daniel saying "Here Comes the Pain." Yeah, that
Here
was
comes
a
the
good one.
pain.
That was a real good
Just
one.
bring it. All those early SmackDown games.
Mhm.
Once it started getting into even the Raw versus SmackDown games were good with like ECW, but once it started going to 2K, the games have fell off.
Mhm.
But not in a. I mean, they look amazing. Like I have 22. I have the last one, and it looks like sometimes you're watching TV. Like it looks amazing, and the matches are fun, and it's fun playing it. And they have on that one they have the Rey Mysterio. So you go back. I don't know if y'all have seen it, but like watching the old matches. So you play the game, and then it sets up a move, and then it switches to the actual footage of the match.
Oh, got you.
Mhm.
There's a
like-
Legends of WrestleMania video
There's
game
like
where they
that too.
spliced in
Oh,
like
All
actual
Stars. You can't
footage.
forget about All Stars.
That was what I was
Oh,
about
yeah.
to say.
All-Stars.
The 2K stuff is a lot more like
It's too polished.
it's kind of like Call of Duty in a sense where it's like you're it's
There.
it's real.
Yeah.
It's so real. It's like
I
being
love-
in the ring.
I love the arcade aesthetics of WWE All Stars, and that it was 4 players, and it had legends
Yeah.
and newer
You know what's-
guys.
You know what's a good
That
game?
stands out for me.
You know
as
what's
one of my
you know what's a
favorites.
fun game? Fire Pro Wrestling.
Oh,
I've heard
hell
so
yeah.
many people say
The
good things about that
newer
game.
ones, and you can go online and you can link your
Download
account
people's-
and you can download. And so I have it, and I haven't played it in a while, but I have
New Japan
all
guys.
well, they already had the New Japan guys because of the New Japan game.
Yeah.
But I have all the AEW guys. I have all the Ring of Honor guys at that time when I played it. I have all the WWE guys. So like, and they look good. And like, people would spend days building. Even the 2K games, people would spend days building rosters that are
Yeah.
you can download these things, and they look amazing, and they look just like them, and they have the move sets and everything. But it's just for me, those games are just too perfect.
Mm.
It's too
Whereas-
simulated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why we were talking in our group, and I was like, 2K23 is coming out. The roster is the same as always.
Stacked,
The legends on there. They got war games, which is going to be fun.
The Cena mode where
Cena mode where you play
fight
as the opponent.
all the people that. So basically, Cena's story mode, it goes through his career, but the matches are all the matches that Cena's lost. So you're
No,
his
no, no,
opponent
no.
trying to beat Cena and all the
Oh, yeah,
matches
yeah,
that
yeah,
Cena's
yeah.
lost in his career that made him who he
Yeah.
is.
So you got
Yeah.
RVD at One Night Stand. You've got Rocket Mania.
Orton,
Orton.
thinking Undertaker from 30, I think.
Yeah. So there's a bunch of stuff, and they do splice it in, like watching the matches as you're playing the game too. It's cool.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the AEW game, like it looks like a car crash. It looks fun to just do shit.
It looks
They got
more
Molotov
like an
cocktails in there and
arcade.
shit.
Thank you for the segue.
Yeah.
There's Molotov cocktails in this game, in the AEW Fight Forever game.
Really?
So in wrestling history, what has been the wildest foreign object that you can remember?
Oh man.
Homeboy's leg.
Zach Gowen's leg?
No. Who the fuck was that? And he pulled his leg.
Who's that
ECW?
going?
No. This
No, it
is
was
back in the 90s. Was it Nash and Shawn? And he pulls his leg in the front row. The old school wrestler. I can't remember his name. Somebody in the group chat.
I don't know.
You don't remember this?
No.
Mm-mm.
I remember stories about an ECW show where somebody handed Tommy Dreamer his prosthetic leg.
Yeah, but this is in your house. I'm pretty sure it's in your
Mad
house.
Dog Vachon.
There you go.
Oh shit!
He said it was Diesel that did it.
He pulled his leg. Yeah, he pulled his leg, and the guy was sitting in the front row, and he pulls his leg off.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's
It
crazy.
was like in your house, one of the in your houses.
Mm. Thank you.
That's
Arnold.
fucking entertaining as fuck. But yeah, Molotov cocktail.
Hmm.
You know what? I know it's recent, but I remember my mind being blown as fuck in NXT the first time Bianca whipped somebody with her hair.
Yeah,
To the fact that her action figure actually has a whip on her hair.
yeah.
that's why I'm like that AEW game. It's like going back to when that TNA game came out. They had Ultimate X in there, and that's the only reason I bought that game. The game wasn't that good, but they had Ultimate X.
Oh, and they had Suicide.
They did.
Suicide.
Suicide.
Yeah.
And you could literally sit there and have an Ultimate X match, and like it's fun to play in those games. But by yourself, to me, those games are kind of boring
Yeah.
because once you've played them a bunch, but if you're sitting there and you've downloaded all these characters, and there's 6 of you or 4 of you or whatever, and you're like, let's do a ladder match, and it's just chaotic, and you do all this shit. It's fun to watch, but by yourself,
I would still be playing Battleground. I still have it. I would be playing Battleground right now if I made more of an effort to play with y'all in a group environment as opposed to me.
Battleground was
exactly
fun.
right.
That was a
Battleground
fun game, and I played it a bunch too. And then I'm like,
Then UFC came out. The new UFC came out. You were all into that, and that was it for Battleground.
No.
Arnold says the AEW game should have a death match where the turnbuckle shoots sparklers.
That's a Easter egg. Whenever you it plays Moxley, it doesn't go off.
No, it's just little.
Yeah, like fucking regular NES graphics of a
all 8-bit and shit.
But it's THQ too, so it's like those guys are old school wrestling. If it feels anything like the No Mercies and those games.
Is that what you guys would prefer? Would you prefer an old school N64 No Mercy style game, or would you prefer like the competition to 2K as far as the graphics and everything?
Graphics, I want to see something a little bit more modern, but the gameplay, if it's a little bit more simple, like back in those days, I would
like the 2K games. They make sometimes it's fucking complicated as fuck.
Yeah,
especially they're fixed them now and they're getting them back to where they were. But like some of those other ones were like you have to push like 4 buttons to do a move, and you're like, and then you need to have a game where you can give somebody a controller who's never played it before and go, we're gonna play this game, and then it's just
they
doing
learn
stupid shit.
Yeah.
But if you're playing a game where it's like, all right, you gotta press X and then up and then Y and then square and you're like.
Rotate the bumper.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not fucking doing this shit.
More Smash Brothers and less fucking 2K.
That's why All-Star is such a fun game, because you could just be like, here, X punches,
Y kicks, put both these together, and you can do something cool.
Yeah. And then it's stupid, and there's fucking people flying and shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's why the AEW game appeals to me a little bit more, because it's different.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like that. I haven't played it, but I'm sure it's going to be like that, where it's like simple controls. All the moves. It's gonna look good.
Stuff that reminds you of watching Dynamite.
Yeah.
Daniel says they should have a match where you have to fight Moxley, and if you don't blade before he does, you lose.
Press Y to blade.
First blood match lasts like a minute.
That's one of Moxley's taunts. You push down on the D-pad and pulls out a little blade and goes.
Yeah. Oh no! And then the camera goes like that.
No, they splice in real footage from last week.
Yeah, and then it just flashes across the screen. Blade job.
Where are you working at this Sunday?
This Sunday, we have UPW. We're going to be in Santa Fe, so back in one of our main places.
Goddamn.
No, Santa Fe, Texas.
Road trip.
One of our main venues that we like to frequent. This is going to be a benefit show for interim commissioner Doug. He's gonna.
That why he's not here tonight?
No, he's actually here. He messaged me. He said he's watching.
Okay, good.
He is going to be getting some weight loss surgery, and we're doing this benefit show to help raise money for him to do the weight loss surgery. So all of the performers, wrestlers, and all that, they're donating their time. So they're not.
Is there a card set, or is it just going to be?
Yeah, we got matches on the card also. So that's what I was actually asking him for earlier.
I shouldn't ask this, but I'm an idiot. I'm asking anyway. Are the wrestlers donating their envelopes to the surgery, or are they getting paid? That's
what I just said. They're donating their time.
Okay, good.
I literally just said that.
I heard you. I didn't.
Time. You're donating time, not necessarily money. That's what I'm saying.
Like, they are spending their time wrestling for free.
Gotcha.
All of their money is going. God damn it, Chris.
People out there might not know.
But because of that, we're having like more people than usual and like a different roster than usual because hey, it was you guys come if you could perform to for the benefit show. So we're actually having this is the list that I have so far right now. We
Stackhouse. Damn.
Yeah. Sam Stackhouse versus Dill Dempsey. Do you know Stackhouse?
He's a big bitch. He's a big bitch.
I'm not familiar.
Okay. I've seen videos on Facebook from Loco.
He's a big dude. He's
like big.
Yeah, both.
Okay.
Both.
Think Bam Bam. Yeah. Think Bam Bam because we call
him move like Bam Bam?
We call him Sam Thickolo.
Can he move like Bam Bam?
Kinda, yeah.
All right,
Yeah. All right. And then we got
my attention.
Yes.
Sam Thickolo.
Luther Black versus Kenny Calypso. And then we're going to have Ransom and Slater are going to be teaming up to take on the UPW heavyweight champion, Jay Davis, and the Hurricane Pro champion, Tamaku. So tag match. Then we're going to have Just Nick versus Lil Papi. Titan is going to be there. Paul Titan's going to be taking on Dex Harm, the Dexcellence of Dexecution.
I haven't seen that guy in a long time. I wonder how he's doing.
Dex or
No,
Titan?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good, man.
In the ring, I just haven't seen him in a long time.
So Titan is actually helping Doug train and exercise and all this and that, and that's doing a lot of wonders for Doug. But that's trying to get him into the part of doing the surgery
shape.
Coming out of the surgery, hey, you got to keep it up. So Titan's really been doing a lot of work with Dougie.
Well, that's cool.
And then we're gonna have a rematch for the UPW Tag Team Championships. Super Flama Manhattan Project is what they want to call themselves. What everyone's been calling them, Super Flama. The team of Super Duperon and Sebi Guerra. They actually won the UPW Tag Team Championships 2 weekends ago through shenanigans. Dupe and
shenanigans.
Yeah.
Can't trust Duperon if you call him Dupe.
Yeah, Dupe.
He got duped.
He says that. You got super duped. He says that.
You've been super duped.
Yeah. They jumped Adon Vega as they were coming out and took Adon Vega out of the match before the match could even start. So it's basically a 2-on-1 with those guys versus El Silencio. So LMC wasn't all of LMC. So they're having a rematch where we're going to actually have both of members of Los Mascabrones taking on Manhattan Project, as they want to be called.
It's the name of a brewery in Dallas.
Oh, yeah? Manhattan Project?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if there's going to be any marketing or related things, but
plus there might be some more stuff. We don't know yet. It just all really depends who else is donating time and whatever. We're also going to have a bunch of different like vendor raffles and things like that. A bunch of our sponsors that help, sponsoring UPW, they are giving like different types of products and things like that. For example, the Santa Fe Soap Factory, they make soap, right? Well, they're doing a special bundle with like Johnny Blade and Bart Harris's face on the soap. It says "wash your balls" and things like that.
That's pretty
like,
cool. Hell
the
yeah.
proceeds of that go towards the thing, and
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I think there's another company that actually has like Astros tickets that they're, I think like season tickets or something like that they're going to try to raffle off. So a bunch of stuff. I don't even have them all off the top of my head.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's a lot of shit. Like at least 4 or 5 different companies and entities are like donating stuff for raffles and giveaways.
That's
and
cool,
like
man.
So,
That's really cool.
yeah, it's going to be awesome. So, as far as I know, Stony only. This is going to be the last show that he's going to be attending before he moves to Arizona, which if you had been following it, you know that I've been having a little tiff with him. He thinks I'm just a hater, but I'm not. Like he basically comes out with his belt, right? So he has a show, of course, because everybody has a show, right? He has a show called the Stony Only Talk Radio or whatever.
Yeah, we don't
right?
need to
Right.
We're not
So he comes out with a belt. That's the Stony Only belt. The thing is, this dude's a manager, right? He's not a wrestler. He's a manager, and he comes out with the belt, and it's the Stony Only belt, and it's not defended by anybody. He's just a manager, and he's just holding on to this belt that's not sanctioned by anybody.
So what you're saying is
Anyone can take it from him.
you have a match.
I know I don't have a match. But I'm just saying that this is the last time it's going to be there.
Are we building up to a match?
Yeah.
I'll travel to Arizona to watch you get your ass beat.
No, I'm not a wrestler, man.
Neither is he.
Yeah.
Who didn't want to watch Whippleman against fucking Cornette? I'd put $5 for that.
All I'm saying is that
You're looking a little slimmer.
well, this is a
Titan been helping you out?
oh no. Shit. But,
Beard's not as gray as it used to be.
Got a little blue chew in your system?
Yeah, but he's going to be going, and he's been a thorn in everybody's side for a little bit.
Do I gotta fight your battle for you? I'll take the belt.
No, it's okay. We don't need Antonio Picante out there.
I'll roll him up.
Yeah, but put him in schoolboy. Yeah,
Put him in one of these, eh?
But yeah, so that's this Sunday, not Saturday.
Sunday.
Special start time of 2 p.m. So it's an
Oh,
afternoon
early day
show.
Hell yeah.
Early show.
Early day show.
Yeah, so you get out and it's still light out, you know. I know how much you like that, Chris.
Now.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Those
yeah,
wonders.
come on out to the Santa Fe Fire Department this Sunday at 2.
All right.
All right.
Now you know.
Yeah.
Yep.
Be there or be square.
Yes, sir.
And be square.
The fuck?
Simpsons reference.
This
bro.
guy.
No.
He's like.
This guy.
Yeah, no, I got it.
You got it.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
I got it. I ain't laughing, but I got it.
He's laughing now.
Yeah. All right. Is that a
it.
show?
Is it? Anything else?
Yes. No.
Scott?
Yeah.
Any jokes?
No. Got nothing.
All right.
Next week? Are we back next week to review?
Probably.
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay. We'll make it work.
Maybe.
I think I can make it work.
I think
Yeah.
we can make it work.
Okay.
I mean, ain't going nowhere.
I mean, we're gonna be watching the show together.
Yeah.
Oh, are y'all?
Yeah.
Are we holding hands?
Oh man, Travis is gonna be in
We
between
sit,
us.
we sit opposite.
Oh
We're
yeah.
not allowed to touch at Travis's house.
Oh yeah. You know.
Because then Nancy's like, "Why can't I get any attention?" Travis is like, "Oh,
And he already had Valentine's Day. You
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
you
double
can't
it
do it.
up.
Yeah.
Not
It's like-
twice.
we
in a
can't
week.
upstage
You
him."
can't twice in
No.
a week.
He's
no,
Travis
no,
is
of
sitting there
course
taking
not.
notes while he and I are sitting next to each other. And Nancy's like, "You'll pull a muscle if you try that one." Yeah.
Yeah. Like, don't you have some cats over there that you can pet? Yeah.
We're getting burgers. Is he gonna cook for us? He hasn't said anything about cooking.
I'm saving my last
Oh.
Geno's Deep.
Oh
'Cause,
yeah.
Nancy's never had it.
Oh.
Nancy's never had it, so it's gonna be a surprise for her
Okay.
more than anybody.
Okay. Has Travis had this?
Yes, the three of us went to Arlington
Yeah.
once for a show.
So
New Japan. Yeah, we went to Geno's, the one that was still open.
So on a scale from only a little bit to completely 100% hating it, how much did Travis complain about the pizza?
He complained about the wait because when you're in person, those deep dish pizzas take 45 to 50 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And well, it takes 45 minutes and 5 minutes to cool, to
Okay.
simmer. And so he was getting a little impatient.
Mhm.
But we shut him up when we shoved his mouth with it. And he
Oh.
was like, yeah.
Oh my!
Again,
Stick this in your pie hole.
Lord, I'm getting to take my jacket off.
Woo! Practicing.
Yes. All right. Is that
That's
a show?
it?
That's it.
That's it.
Adios, my friends. Keep it classy.